It is integral and important for all of us as educationists and your parents, for you all as parents, to teach children the real facts of life. It is important that we teach them to express their gratitude towards their family members, towards their school teachers, towards the environment, as well as towards this entire universe. So it's important that children learn to serve others, because in serving others, they get the sense of what is humanity. This is what is apparent from today's session. So I would request all of you to listen to them, to hear them out. Integral and important for all of us as educationists and your parents, for you all as parents, to teach children the real facts of life. It is important that we teach them to express their gratitude towards their family members, towards their school teachers, towards the environment, as well as towards this entire universe. So it's important that children learn to serve others, because in serving others, they get the sense of what is humanity. This is what is apparent from today's session. So I would request all of you to listen to them, to hear them out. The best way to engage our minds and to do something concrete and fruitful is to engage the children in research-based projects where they could think about serving for a cause. So I would request the teachers to motivate them further so that this project must not end here. It is a project which must continue with them for lifetime, and these new habits that they would have acquired because of doing service learning must stay with them forever.
A very good afternoon to one and all present here to witness our efforts. Today we, the students of class 8GH, would like to present our community service learning project on the topic Banao Dharti ko Hara Bhara. Via our school's community service learning initiative, we all as a team have duly performed 10 activities that integrated various societal morals and principles in them.
These are the IT tools we use for making a project interactive.
Bag for a Cause initiative. Plastic, non-woolen bags and e-waste all have hazardous impacts on the environment. In fact, plastic is the major reason for the heavy floods in Mumbai due to gutter blockages. Hence, our initiative was to save the environment from this harmful and deadly plastic, but also simultaneously empowering underprivileged women and help them be financially independent, such as house help and rag pickers. We identified such needy women in our neighboring areas and helped them with design training sessions. Some of the cloth bags prepared by them were sold to shopkeepers, and we ourselves bought some at a very nominal price. Through this way, we could help the people encourage the use of single-use plastic and also gave them design ideas to create new opportunities for themselves.
As Lucy Lacombe truly said, "He who plants a tree plants a hope." Therefore, under this initiative, we primarily focused on rejuvenating the dead forests. With India's rapidly growing population and shrinking cities converting into concrete jungles, the need for clean air is urgent. In the effort to make our cities green, we should try to take upon any opportunity presented to plant trees. Thereby, this would increase greenery, fresh air, and provide habitats for fauna, and also benefit the local communities as well. A workshop was organized to spread awareness among the community as to why plantation is crucial for the environment. Via this workshop, we students covered the areas that people aren't familiar with when they talk about the significance of planting trees, such as providing emotional support or even reducing violence in the society. The workshop was attended by youngsters and elders alike.
A little help with a little smile gives meaning to human life. As justly said by Bijit Naskar, donation is a way of life and a way of plight. Donation is a way of life which the Donation is a way of life and a way of plight which fulfills the prerequisites of the poor and supports people in need. This promising initiative is named ZAROORAT, which translates to need. One person has lots of leftover food, whereas another person has nothing to eat. If we donate things that are no more of any use to us, they might bring a big change in someone else's life. Through this initiative, we students have accumulated articles that are in usable condition and will help people during this pandemic. We also contributed many blankets, clothing, stationery that are in usable condition.
Activity 4 is Systematic Waste Management System, where we made a survey with an aim to know how much people are aware about segregation of waste. As you can see, these are the questions we asked them about their views on waste segregation. The link for the same is pasted in the chat.
As precisely said by Yota Motolenghi, one person's trash is another person's treasure. This quote truly speaks out the underlying significance of our country's waste management system. Under this initiative, we conducted a survey to learn how people systematically manage the waste of their houses. We got some meaningful insights from the survey. Nearly 2 in 5 people still don't segregate their waste. An interesting point to note is that over 93% support some kind of a fine for not segregating waste. This statistic is quite encourageable as it showcases how much people are aware about waste segregation. Along with that, we asked various questions about the techniques they use in their daily life.
Leaders always choose the harder right rather than the easier wrong, as accurately said by Orrin Woodward. Under this fruitful activity, we students had taken the initiative to interview a Sarpanch of a reputed village. We interviewed Ms. Sunita Singh, the Sarpanch of Pyarepur village in Bihar. After all, a Sarpanch knows her area as good as the back of her hand. A Sarpanch has an optimistic approach regarding the steps taken to save the environment and to make the lives of people easier and more hygienic. Hence why we approached the Sarpanch to get a detailed outlook about the several implementations done in their area. Here is a glimpse of our interview with Ms. Sunita Singh.
पेड़ पौधे लगाए, शौचालय बनवाया। यहाँ अन्य जानवरों के मारने के लिए भी पहले लोग तत्पर रहते थे, उस पर रोक लगाई गई है। यहाँ के क्षेत्र में लोगों को घर बहुत कम है तो इंदिरा आवास मिलता है। बूढ़ों को वृद्धा पेंशन करवाया, हर जगह डस्टबिन का प्रयोग किया और कोविड में बाहर से जो भी आए हुए थे उनका खाना पीना ये सब चीजों के लिए सरकार मुझे पैसे देती है। टॉयलेट बनाने के लिए पैसे मिलते हैं। अपने जीवन में एक पेड़ जरूर लगाएं और कचरा जो है हर जगह न फेंकें।
She responded to the mentioned question on the slide. She told us about the construction of washroom in the village to make the life of women more efficient and easier. She also told us about the initiative where every villager had to plant at least one tree in their houses or in the village. She told us about the effective waste disposal system used in the village. It was so enlightening to know what all measures they had taken to save the environment. After all, not everyone gets to interview a Sarpanch.
As justly said by Steve Castry, be a part of the solution, not the pollution. This quote is precisely what this research initiative wishes to attain. Litter is throwing waste in an improper manner at an inappropriate place, which increases land pollution, due to which animals suffer. Littering also increases air pollution, causing fatal health problems, and leads to water pollution, which threatens marine life to extinction. As we all know that there's one landfill created by government to collect all the litter, but nowadays many people are creating their own landfills, which is absolutely wrong since it makes the surroundings filthier. The one and only solution is that we all should practice decorous waste segregation into wet, dry and hazardous waste, which would even help workers to know what waste is to be reused or decomposed.
This is the padded wall with the public views on the need to reduce litter. You too can fill the padlet with your views. The link for the same is pasted in the chat. The only source of knowledge is experience. As correctly said by Albert Einstein, which is truly synonymous with the collaborative activity of interviewing our seniors. Due to the interview, we got a taste of what life was when pollution didn't exist. This is the screenshot of the Flipgrid page where we share the videos of our interviews and made a mixtape of it. You can view it with the link pasted in the chat. Here is a glimpse of our interviews on the opinions of our seniors.
The environment was much better 50 years back, but the process of damage got set in those times, primarily because of lack of awareness. A lot of industries were set up which are polluting the air and the water. These all happened at the time because of less knowledge about these factors. But today things are changing because of intervention of the government, intervention of the Supreme Court, setting up of institutions like National Green Tribunal, etc. But I believe that this would require a lot of money, a lot of technology, and hopefully this will happen sooner.
In those days, there was use of cars was very less. Lots of trees were there, and no pollution was there. No one knows about the use of plastic.
During the last few decades, fast-paced industrialization and urbanization, concretization of the cities has been done. That has led to the increase in temperature of the environment, dust pollution, and noise pollution.
There were no residential sector, industries or institutions in our surrounding. Now, due to industrial revolutions, our entire area is highly polluted.
The air was so pure and clean at that time. Now we always hear the news of AQI 350, 281, all that. So I feel there is a huge change that has come in, and that has brought a lot of lifestyle changes also in people. People are also making a very positive, efforts towards conserving nature. So, and many government policies are also coming.
पहले यहाँ पे क्या था, खाली काफी जगह खाली थी, अब डेवलपमेंट काफी आसपास काफी डेवलपमेंट हो चुका है। अब क्या रहा काफी कुछ हुआ है, फैक्ट्री आई है, IT सेक्टर हुआ है, और आपका साइबर सिटी बनी है, और बड़ी-बड़ी कंपनियां आई हैं गुड़गांव के अंदर।
From this, we conclude that the environment was far better at that point of time, as there was more greenery, less population, and consequently less vehicles and industries. Today, the situation has worsened, but according to the opinions of our seniors, the root cause was lack of planning and proper implementation of good practices. When the industrialization and city developments were carried out in their generation. They feel that things are being improved now, but it will take a lot of time as a lot of money and technology is required for fitting implementation.
Plants are filterless solar-powered air purifiers, as appropriately said by Cam Carbon Wind, that justifiably represents the idea behind making this creative process which contain information about air purifying plants. Air purifying plants are surely a boon to this planet and for us as well. Most of these plants are easy to maintain and can be bought at a very cheaper price than artificial air purifiers. Moreover, these plants don't require much electricity, thus saving us from depletion of vital resources such as coal from the planet. Therefore, spreading awareness about such plants will help people in buying and using them. Also, let them know about the pros and cons of each plant. Therefore, we made brochures, both online and handmade, and sold them to people in 1 or 2 rupees. Hence, these brochures are one of the amusing and enthralling ways to both inform people about such beneficial plants as well as display our creativity.
A room without books is like a body without a soul, as rightly said by Cicero. That beautifully illustrates the power of the pen. India, having the immense youth population that it does, requires more and more skilled people, and what better way than to educate them?
Orphans, as we all know, have very little access to resources such as proper education, books, internet, and most other things. Giving them books might not be a huge help, but in its own way, it could possibly cultivate an interest in various things like literature, the magnificent arts, or reading itself. We have contributed to society by donating to house helps, libraries, and other people who we couldn't reach out to. The books we have donated range from children's storybooks, coloring books, DIYs, fiction novels, and other informative books which could teach them some beneficial skills. A book is a gift which you can open again and again and share. Let us continue to make our motive true and create awareness.
As rightly said by Oprah Winfrey, a mentor is someone who allows you to see the hope inside yourself. Miss Manini Ganguly, one of the mentors of Vinimate Trust, attended our workshop which is on the importance of trees. Vinimate Trust is an NGO and public charitable trust working since 1986 for underprivileged children and youth in the Child Welfare Institution in Mumbai. The people working there are not paid. They work voluntarily. The children of the NGO, once capable, join back Vinimate, serving the other children at the NGO with the mindset of serving back the society. The volunteers of the NGO appreciated our research and the overall presentation. They would now guide the children of the NGO and mentor them about the same. Also, the students of the NGO could not join our workshop because of COVID.
Here is a video wherein the NGO's mentor, Ms. Manini Ganguly, talks about Vinimate Trust and its working.
Below 18 is government responsibility. So government takes the responsibility of keeping them in a hostel-like atmosphere and taking care of them. But after 18, it's not government's responsibility. So Vinimate Trust has been working with these kids below 18. Like they stay in government homes where we go, we teach them, we interact with them for a personal level, like teaching and educational things. We take them out for camps. And it's a long, many activities, like small activities in which we come in touch with them and we know them better. Like we don't take classes, but we help them like with tuition facilities like English, mathematics, all those subjects which they do in school. So we help them with all those things. Like after 10th standard, we put them into ITI so that they have some technical education so that they can establish themselves well. So these below 18 activities. And above 18 is like we have a hostel where we keep 50 boys. Okay. And the main thing is that we place them into the mainstream society. So the main goal of the hostel is to place them to some work and we open a bank account for them so that they know how to save money and the importance of saving money, sports activities and many social activities like this. We try and engage them in many social activities. We have seen many kids coming out from the hostel, they join back and serve the hostel. Like it's wonderful. They always say that what we have received, like we want to give back to those who need. Vinimate Trust is absolutely a volunteer-based organization, all non-paid working members. We have only 2 paid working staffs. Otherwise, everyone gives a voluntary service. And that is how it has been running from 86 till 2022. That is, we are very proud to say that.
The project gave us the opportunity to give back to the society through helping our house helps, rag pickers, or any needy people. Through this, we experienced that by giving back to the society, we get the most pleasure. Thank you.